Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. I'm Mr. Batch, and this is my picks for Week 7 of the 2013 season of the NFL. It's 107 days until Super Bowl XLVIII, Super Bowl 48 here at MetLife Stadium in the Tri-State area. Oh man, I'm excited to see what kind of festivities and stuff like that's going to be happening around the city for the Super Bowl. All right, but Mr. Batch continues. And last week, I picked 10 winners. All right, feel pretty good out of 15 contests that was up. I got 10 of those wins from last week. And now Mr. Batch continues. This week we'll have 5 home dogs in this week's contest. So without further ado, let me continue. The bye weeks for this week 7 are from the NFC South, the New Orleans Saints, who are 5-1. Bad loss, 5 seconds left to Tom Brady I don't even know who that dude was that he threw the pass to. The Patriots have such an unknown quantity at wide receiver, but the one the mainstay is Brady. And also by this week is the AFC West at 2-4. Sitting in the 4th spot is the Oakland Raiders. All right, here are my picks for Week 7. Thursday, NFC West tilt, Seahawks Cardinals. Seahawks coming in at 5-1 in the first slot in the NFC West against the Cardinals at 3-3, sitting in the 4th slot. I got the Seahawks. All right. And then we have a game that's been much hype here in New York is the Patriots at the Jets. This is an AFC tilt with the Patriots at 5-1, sitting at the top of the division, and the Jets at 3-3, sitting in the 3rd slot. I've got the Patriots over the Jets. Next up, we've got Chargers Jaguars. All right, coming out of the AFC West at 3-3, sitting in the 3rd slot is the Chargers, going up against the Jaguars, and the AFC South sitting at 0-6 in the 4th slot. And speaking of an 0-6 team like my New York Giants, the real hype that the Jaguars are getting is a push down there to bring Tebow in. And like I've been saying for a long time, he should have went there in the first place, and he should go there now. They should pick him up so they can fill their stadium, because with all this read option stuff going on, he's a perfect fit. But Mr. Batch continues. All right, I've got the Chargers over the Jaguars. The Chargers coming off of a win after beating Andrew Luck on Monday night. All right, then. We have the Chiefs-Texans. The Chiefs sitting atop the AFC West at 6-0. Take on the Texans at home, sitting at 2-4. Sitting in 3rd place in the AFC South. There's been a lot of wrangling and rumbling. And they talking about they want to get rid of Shaw, then bring my man off the bench, and he threw a pick 6. So, man, there was such high hopes for the Texans to get to the bowl. I wonder if the QB, not the QB, I wonder if the coach is going to be on the hot seat after this one. I've got the Chiefs over the Texans in that one. Then we have Lions Bengals. All right. Lions at home sitting atop the NFC North at 4-2, taking on the AFC North 4-2 Bengals. Wow. All right. 2 teams sitting atop their respective divisions. They've been coming on strong. They haven't surprised a few people, not me in particular, but I got the Bengals over the Lions in this contest. Next up, Dolphins Bills, an AFC East tilt with the Dolphins at 3-2 sitting in the 2nd slot, and the Bills at 2-4 sitting in the 4th slot. I've got the Dolphins. We've got Washington at home versus the Bears. Sitting in the 3rd slot in the NFC East at 1-4 against the Bears in the 2nd slot at 4-2 in the NFC North. I kind of like RG3 to see, get that crowd riled up down at RFK Stadium. Hopefully he should be rounding into form. All right, next up is Eagles Cowboys. I'll get that after I finish, doing my spiel. Mr. Match continues. Eagles Cowboys. Wow. What a matchup in the NFC East. Always a knockdown drag. Both teams are coming into this contest at 3-3. What can I say? Not too much. Not going to get into that. I don't believe Michael Vick will be starting this contest. I'm taking the Eagles. His understudy came in and did a pretty good job. So it's a telltale sign that Michael Vick is not as durable as they thought he would be to stay at the helm of the Eagles throughout the entire season. I've got the Eagles over the Cowboys. Panthers, Rams. All right, the Panthers are coming into this contest, and they're at home and sitting in the second slot in the NFC South at 2-3, versus the Rams sitting in the third spot in the NFC West at 3-3. I'm looking for the Panthers to pick up that game. Then we have Falcons versus the Buccaneers. Falcons coming in at 1-4 in the NFC South, sitting in the third slot, versus their opponent from the same division, the Buccaneers, at 0-5, sitting in the fourth slot. As you know, both of these teams are under duress right about now. The Falcons have an issue at wide receiver. I believe Julio Jones is going for the season. And then with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Schiano is getting some heat, like he was one of them ceramic tiles on the shovelcraft on re-entry. It's getting hot for him down there, and the Bucs being 0-5 and them releasing Josh Freeman, and also some sensitive information that was released about Josh Freeman that the NFL Players Association will be investigating. I've got the Falcons at home. 49ers, Titans. NFC West 49ers at 4-2, sitting in the second slot against the Titans. AFC South 3-3, sitting in the second slot. I've got the 49ers on the road against the Titans. Then we have the Packers, Browns. The Packers 3-2 in the NFC North, sitting in third slot, versus the Browns, AFC North, sitting at 3-3 in the third slot also. The Browns have come on and they have surprised me with several wins that they've been able to pick up this year. But in this one, no. I've got the Packers over the Browns. Next, we have the Steelers, Ravens, an AFC North tilt. Folks, let me tell you, there's no love lost between these two teams. Steelers coming in at 1-4, sitting in the fourth slot, against the Ravens, 3-3, sitting in the second slot in the AFC North. Steelers have picked up a win against the Jets, and they might be able to parlay that into a 2-game winning streak. That's right, I've got the Steelers over the Ravens. Broncos, Colts. That is the game of the week. That's Sunday night. I'm going to have my popcorn and my favorite adult beverage. Sit back and watch that one. Jim Irizarry had opened up his mouth with bad mouth and Peyton Manning, talking about, he got 1 ring. There's a couple other teams that got 2 rings. And made mention that he's a regular season quarterback. In the playoffs, he wasn't there. But Irizarry, you did him some injustice by having him sit down when y'all could have went undefeated. Could have went undefeated, but you went along with all this rigmarole, wanted to be ready for the playoffs. Son, keep running the table. Keep that momentum building. But no, you pulled out the rug from underneath Peyton's feet with that one. I'll never forgive you that for being a football purist when I could have seen another team get to that pinnacle of being undefeated in the regular season. And what better honor for a quarterback to have that distinction? That would have been Peyton Manning, but that didn't happen because of Jim Irizarry. And I hope Peyton lights y'all up on Sunday night, because I got the Broncos over the Colts. Now against Andrew Luck, fine pickup, number 1 pick. But I've got the Broncos over the Colts on Sunday night. And that leads us to the last contest of the week, and that would be Monday Night Football. The Giants at 0-6, sitting in the fourth slot in the NFC East against the Vikings. NFC North at 1-4, sitting in the fourth slot. First, let me get to my condolences to Adrian Peterson and his loss. It's unfortunate that there was a man who took to Facebook talking about he felt sorry, no pity for AP because he wasn't there for the kid, because he claims in the news report that I read that he was the man who claimed to be the father figure in that young man's life. If that was the case, how come you didn't stop him from getting beat down? Okay, let me get back to football. Now getting back to the Giants and Vikings. Sticking with my Giants, man. I've been 0-6 calling them on wins this week, and they've been 0-6 in wins so far this season. So, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Damn it, I'll be walking barefoot if this keeps up. Can't get to 0-7. Can't get to a point where it was like back in the 70s before George Young, Bill Parcells, and Lawrence Taylor and the crew came and turned our franchise around. I've got the Giants over the Vikings Monday night. This is Mr. Match. I'm out of here like I stole something. Peace.